Price hikes. Price hikes never change. And, well, every year brings us new price hikes when it comes to Games Workshop. But considering the timing of this one and the fact that they've been 5 years ahead of inflation and their prices are wildly higher than pretty much they should be, all I can say is when they start bringing up the cost of food as a part of their opener, this is basically just trying to enforce some FOMO on you. And that's pretty much what a lot of this is. I mean, yeah, the price alterations in a couple cases are minor, but when you consider probably what they make per unit, it is absolutely insane what they're already getting. So it's not really adjusting for much. And then if you're Sweden or Norway, or let's just say the unspoken one, Australia, good Lord. But it is ridiculous to me that we are yet at another price hike. It's price hike season. And that they try to smooth things over by saying, oh, don't worry. We're not raising prices on paints. We already did that. And we shrunk the bottles in some cases. Especially those washes, huh? I remember when washes were bigger. And so do you. And Pepperidge Farm probably as well. And of course, we can all feel safe and well taken care of by this company to know that they're not including their digital publications from the Black Library because they have so much overhead in maintaining those, and inflation just sneaks up and shivs them in the night. You never know with digital. But it's just insane. When we talk about some of these things and you sit there and go year after year after year after year, I'll give you a little bit of history. I remember when they were talking about how much cheaper it would be when they go from white metal to plastic. And then what did they do? They price hike immediately after doing it. The fact that they pay for most of all the effort to go into new molds within that first run, and then they keep the prices high. I don't care what argument you want to use. You want to make it for the newer boxes? Great. Tell me why the Land Raider still cost an arm and a leg. And I'm not talking the new ones for Horus Heresy. I'm talking the OG. Why? It paid off years ago, decades ago. And we're somehow going to have to swallow that somehow plastic is so damn expensive that they have to charge nearly $100 for that old of a kit? Come on, let's be real with ourselves. Especially when you look at other products. I mean, by this reasoning, how could we ever afford plastic bottles, people? Those have to be like $50 a pop for each one of those freaking bottles of Coke. And let's not even talk about Tide. That's $100. By this kind of mentality that people have been fed, it's just ridiculous. This is pricing people out. And I think what it is really is a just disguised way of trying to get people pushed into making a surge of purchases so their stock rebounds a little bit. And that's what I really think it is, because let's be honest, a lot of the people at the top only care about what the stock price is. They do not care about anything else involving this. They don't care about the people involved in the hobby. They don't care about, their own IP. They just want to move into something different, as my cat yells at me. So, it's a bit of an impromptu. It's very short, and I am sorry for that, but at some point, we just have to admit what it is. This is bold-faced BS on a galactic level. This is definitely suiting of 40K. I mean, this is the whole, we've always been at war with East Asia kind of BS right here. And the fact that they coach it in the way that they do and try to kind of build up this whole, well, golly gee, guys, we're just a small startup company, and these prices are outrageous. And pass it off that way. And then they have to tell you Sweden and Norway, and wink, wink, probably Australia, definitely Australia, totally Australia, is going to take a real big one in the pants. And I mean, come on. They could have, for considering their already bad PR nightmare, just taken it on the chin 1 year and just not had as big of a profit margin, because they were going to still have a profit margin. It's just absolutely dog shit that they're trying to push this. And I'm sorry for my language there. But if anyone can sit here and justify that, well, great. You continue to deal with this. I think this is bull, because the prices were already wildly out of the ballpark in terms of what they should be. But hey, they definitely do not want new blood coming into this hobby. And it's pretty evident that they really care only about the whales. And I'm going to be honest, I still believe my theory that by 2030, they don't care about manufacturing miniatures anymore. And that this is just milk as much as you can now so that you can continue the changing into an IP holder company. So I'm sorry about the ramble and the incoherence in a way, but this is just one of those things that just hits you in that wrong spot, pisses you off a bit. And honestly, it just isn't needed. But hey, this is where we are. People have swallowed it for a long time, so I should have expected them to do it, and I was kind of waiting for them to do it. So, hey guys, at least they didn't raise the paints right now. They'll do that later when they think it's a little safer. So, sorry about that, and check me out next time. Bye-bye.